base in San Antonio for all the action in the 141 and 154-pound weight classes. Let's get to the bouts. In the gold medal bout in the 141-pound class, the Army's Dustin Lara of Long Beach, California, takes on Marine Jamel Herring of Coram, New York. Specialist Dustin Lara is a combat medic now stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado, as part of the Army's WCAP, the World-Class Athlete Program. Lara has been boxing for 6 years, and he talks about his style and his strategy heading into this bout.
I think for myself, I'm just a hardworking guy who likes to be here and likes to exhibit whatever skills I do have, and I'm proud to represent all the rest of my brothers who are also in the military. The All-Army Sports Program is great, I think, because it gives soldiers all around the world a chance to come and exhibit whatever skills they had prior to coming in the military, or whatever skills they had or developed while they're in the military, in whatever sports they have available, and that's a great thing for morale. It's a great thing to keep people motivated and keep them going. And as for the World-Class Athlete Program, which I'm a part of, I feel that it's an amazing gift to whoever gets to go. It gives you the opportunity to follow your dream and your Olympic aspirations. Pretty much coming up to this competition, working on how I'm going to beat my opponent, which is Jamel.
Duking it out early with Dustin Lara of the Army, wearing the black.
I'm a very aggressive fighter, and I can put a lot of punches together, but for a fighter like him, I'm going to need to be more precise and a lot smarter, which I know I am, and I've shown before. I just didn't show to him.
Dustin Lara right now certainly challenged and laying the throwing blow into the front torso of Jamel Herring.
So in this fight, I'm going to change it up this time. I should be a little smarter, and I will come out with the win.
Lara takes on Marine Corporal Jamel Herring, stationed at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Herring is a basic electrician with 10 years of boxing under his belt. He's the 2010 Armed Forces Boxing silver medalist. Here's his plan for winning gold.
I've been to a lot of tournaments. I've been ranked the last 2 years in the country, which I'm proud of, but basically I'm still not satisfied because last year I got another silver from this previous tournament, which I felt that I should have won.
Scorecards that we can all see on the screen show a tie score of 5-5. We do actually have a winner based on the raw score, and he is your own from the U.S. Navy, Dustin.
When they announced it, I basically wanted to just break down, and then and there I was very upset because I felt that I basically out-hustled and worked hard. Now I worked hard to get where I was at, and I just felt that the decision was just totally wrong. But I was hoping for a rematch the following tournament after that, but things happened, I didn't get my chance, and obviously this year he's not here, so I guess until basically I see him in the future, I'm not going to be satisfied until I get my rematch. I've known Lara for quite a few good amount of years now. As you've seen last year, I fought him also. My style basically is just keep moving because I believe you can't hit, it's hard to hit a moving target. I know he's basically kind of like a brawler. So I don't plan on standing in front of him just like last year. You see, I didn't stand in front of him too much either. I'm gonna just keep moving, but not as much as last year, try to basically hold my ground. Cause I think that's what basically got me a lot of trouble with Diaz in the finals because I was basically moving too much that the punches wasn't too much effective because I wasn't that much grounded. So I learned from those two fights, and I'm gonna change it up this year with a whole different strategy.
So, Bert, these two competitors faced off in the 2010 Armed Forces preliminaries. A year later, they come again, this time for the championship. Does the fact that they faced each other in the past have anything to do with the present?
Oh, sure. Everything is relative, except maybe Eve telling Adam about all the men she could have married, but everything is relative. You learn. That's what boxing and life is with boxing. You learn their styles. And he's correct. Herring's correct. They've both probably gotten better and stronger. So they both know each other. This is not exactly a surprise. Though I do like the fact that Dustin Lara is a combat medic. He can, if he ever went pro, save a lot of money on being his own cut man. he comes into the ring with that. But this promises to be a very intriguing fight as to what they learned about that other man and themselves. Remember, the word experience is really the same word as mistakes. You learn from them. What did they learn?
Well, let's hope they've learned from mistakes. We're going to see. One thing I like about them both, Bert, is they're both hard workers. All right, Soldier Dustin Lara and Marine Jamel Herring are about to enter the ring. Let's turn it over to ring announcer Castle Chalice as this championship bout gets underway.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, making his way to the red corner on behalf of the United States Army.
Left-hander.
He is a combat medic from Long Beach, California, now stationed in Fort Carson, Colorado. He is the three-time All-Army champion. Let's hear it for Dustin Lara.
He says Lara, that doesn't he? Lara.
Lara, a bit of a crowd favorite, Bert. You hear him as he's announced, and he climbs into the ring, gets that headgear fitted. Three-time Army champion. Let's meet his opponent.
And now making his way out of the tunnel and into the blue corner, representing the United States Marine Corps. He is a field electrician from Coram, New York, now stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. He's the 2010 North Carolina Golden Gloves champion and the 2010 SISM silver medalist. Let's hear it for Jamel
Herring gets that final tap before he enters the ring, and Bertie comes in with almost a bit of a smile.
For the bout from Pleasanton, California.
Maybe he knows already what the style is for Lara. Maybe he feels, these are my people, I'm going to win for them. In fact, both of them go out with that, not only winning for themselves, but winning for their respective services. But you've got to believe both know the other man, and that's what's going to make this intriguing.
Well, let's take a quick look at the rules in amateur boxing. These bouts are 3 rounds of 3 minutes each with a 1-minute rest period in between. The judges use a computerized scoring system, and blows are scored when the white part of the glove strikes the front portion of the body, the head or the body. Remember, 3 out of 5 judges must score a blow in a 1-second window, and fouls can result in cautions, warnings, or disqualification. The referee, the third man in the ring, you see there, he can stop that bout at any time for an injury or a dominant lead. Now that we understand the rules, let's bring the boxers out. They tap the gloves, the customary glove tap, back to the corners. This bout is ready to get underway. Armed Forces Gold, 141 pounds. There's the bell.
2 left-handers.
This should be interesting.
Which means neither has an advantage over the other. But it might be interesting that they haven't fought that many other left-handers.
That could be interesting. And, you know, it's a bit of a difference when a southpaw faces a right-hander. But now, as you just said, Bert, 2 left-handers facing each other. They don't see that in their opponents that often, do they?
No. This is one of those rarities where you see 2 lefties.
So each boxer coming out very tentative, seemingly. You got to develop the feel. You got to develop the respect.
But would that be because they'd fought each other and they know what each other's going to do? Therefore, let me see if he's going to change anything, or he's going to continue in the same line as what I saw him the last time.
I think as a coach, it's very possible that they each got the coaching guidance to come out of the quarter, be a little bit cautious right up front, and see what he brings you, and then we'll adapt.
Again, longer reach belongs to Herring.
And that's how he's picked up those first 2 scoring blows over Lara. He tries to go in down low, but again, that long reach by Jamel Herring
is keeping him out.
It wards
on
him
the
off.
outside, and Herring's game is on the outside. Lara's got to get inside. Shorter reach, has trouble reaching them.
Now, possibly, hopefully, we'll have a chance to hear what their coaches have to say in the corners when we get in between rounds. But right now, Bert, I would think that Lara needs to get inside of Herring.
Well, right now he's picking him apart, and Lara hasn't yet, and maybe he didn't in the last fight, he didn't solve what it is to get inside. Got inside with one punch, it registered for a point, but he needs to do that a lot more. His area, his battlefield is inside.
Jamel Herring trying to stick with that jab. Has a 2-point lead. Under 1 minute here in the first round of this 141-pound gold medal match. And a nice little attack by Herring.
That was a nice flurry.
I mean, this is what I call an Aretha Franklin bout. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I see it all in the ring.
She sings it better.
Thank you.
I just heard you. Thank you. Don't bother.
We come down to about the 10-second point here in the first round. And Jamel Herring picks up another point.
Well, not only did he pick up another point, he's picking apart Lara.
That he is as the first round comes to a close. Each boxer returning to his corner, and the referee stepping backside into one of the neutral corners. And there you see Bashir Abdullah, the Army coach.
We ain't gonna sit back and let them just give it to him like this. Okay? They can score everything. Okay, so we're 5-0. Let's close the gap this round. So be a dog, but it's got to be, when you go inside, it's got to be a combination, explosive, fast combination. Not one at a time. Combination. Okay?
Inside. Don't step back. Get inside. Deliver the combo.
Yeah, but he said something else that's very important, Ben. He said, not one at a time. Throw more down.
ain't got nothing. He's too scared to fight you right now, okay?
I don't know if that's the right. I don't know if that's the right direction.
As Jeffrey Ravello, you're talking about him being too scared to punch you. He brings nothing.
Yeah, well, I heard that. That's always a proper thing to say, but don't say, he's scared of you, because I don't think that's the case, particularly after fighting him one time before.
I agree with you 100%. Lara's not scared of anyone right now. He might be on the backside of the judge's scorecard, but at the same token, he's a gamer. In fact, one of the things I heard Lara say when we got a chance to catch up to him was plain and simply that he's a worker. I like to work hard. It's what I call a lunch pail guy. Bert, he comes to work.
And he's trying to get in now.
And works hard.
I don't know if the pressure will work for him, but he's trying to get in. In other words, I'm not just going to stand here and be the recipient of a jab and a jab and another jab. Let me get inside and take this to him.
Well, he said he's usually an aggressive boxer, but he needed to lay back just a little bit and be precise.
And he just picked up a point, as he should have. Move inside. That's where that's his area.
Tactically, this gives us a good opportunity to look at Olympic-style boxing, because we're really talking about tactics at this point, are we not? How to neutralize the guy with the longer reach.
And he's stronger inside. You see him push around a little bit. Herring, who was leaning on him, he'd go, okay, that's my area. You're in me.
Herring throwing a couple of roundhouses, connects on one. We are at the midway point.
And Herring has gone back outside again. That's where he's comfortable.
Which is a smart move. Not only is that comfortable, and that's where he's effective.
Yeah. That's his area. That's his battlefield. That's his expertise out there.
And again, the boxer that actually accomplishes what he's trying to do, whether it's Lara getting inside or Herring staying outside, that's the one that's going to control this bout.
Well, also winning fights is a function of exerting your will on your opponent. Who imposes their will most on their opponent? That's how you win a fight, period, end of graph. They can go through ring generalship, which I don't think George S. Patton could define, but it's who can really superimpose their will on the other.
And that's very succinctly said, Bert Sugar. But that is the manly art of self-defense, the sweet science, pugilism in the squared circle, the squared ring. Under 30 seconds to go here in round 2. As the lead mounts right now for Jamel Herring in this 141-pound championship bout. Lara a bit on the aggressiveness right now.
Well, he's a little frustrated, too.
That he is. He can't catch up to him. As Herring scores with another body blow. 5 seconds remaining in round 2.
Good round for Herring.
Good round for Herring. Very good round for Herring. They come back to the corners, and they'll take this 60 seconds to regroup and get their instructions from their coaches before they head back out for the third.
Going back in the round again. He's short step. This guy's got his right hand completely down. You can hit him with straight left hand right over the top all day long. Okay? We can't let him into the fight in the last round. You gotta use the jab, make him commit himself, and then shoot that left hand right over the right hand.
Use the jab. Make him work for it. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for round 3 of the 141-pound championship bout. Plus, we'll have all the action in the 154-pound weight class coming up later in the show. Welcome back to the 2011 Armed Forces Boxing Championship. We dedicate our coverage to all those watching these fights from downrange. Now, let's get back to the action in the 141-pound bout. In this third and final round, Marine Jamel Herring has easily led the first 2 rounds in points. Let's see what he does here in round 3. We're underway, and you get the feeling, Bert Sugar, that Jamel Herring is not going to change his tactics.
There's no reason to. Thus far, they've served him well. And for Lara, it's do or die in the third round here. Everything's on the table, and you know what? Herring's not going to set the table for him. He's going to keep his own table because it's work.
This is 141 pounds, and Lara's going after him right now. He's going to try to catch up as he finds himself deeply on the backside of an 11-2 score at this point. And you know, this is called the light welterweight category, 141 pounds, formerly a 139. And you take a look back through history and you see guys like Jerry Page, Ray Leonard, Ray Seals, Olympic champions from this weight class.
You just mentioned 2 fighters who went by the name Sugar Ray Leonard and Sugar Ray Seals. Whoops, a little mauling, brawling, and pushing inside there.
But the greatest Sugar of them all, perhaps not Bert Sugar, nor Sugar Ray, nor Sugar Ray Seals, but Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson was he was flawless. Flawless. Look at Herring. He is just picking him apart, picking up points, and Lara is frustrated. He can't reach him. He can't get in there.
He cannot get in there and neutralize that reach of Jamel Herring. And Herring, who won a silver medal in this competition last year, seems to be smelling gold right now.
Oh, he's doing very well. He just picked up another point.
When he's not boxing with the Marine Corps, Herring is a basic electrician.
Well, he's wired to win in this one.
All the circuits are on.
My old Kentucky ohm. That's Cockney. Ohm. All right, John. Okay, fine. I forget it. I'm sorry I said it, and so are you.
No, I got it all the way. As we come close to 1 minute remaining in this round, championship bout, 141 pounds. This is for the gold. Decidedly in the favor right now of Jamel Herring in the blue, representing the United States Marine Corps.
I think you can write finis, F-I-N-I-S, to this.
Finito, finished, almost, with 34 seconds remaining. But credit Lara. He will not back down despite being on the backside of the judges' scorecard.
Well, as you said, it's 5 judges, 3 of whom have to hit that little magic button to record a punch within a framework of a second. And as the seconds roll by, 11, 10, 9.
That's what you call decided advantage. Decided advantage for Jamel Herring right now as the final seconds tick away. And this 3-rounder for championship gold in the Armed Forces Boxing Championships at 141 pounds comes to a close. Jamel Herring, who was runner-up last year and took home the silver, will now take home the gold medal.
It was a one-sided fight from the get-go.
But Lara, as we said, continued to come all the way down right to the end. In spite of the fact of being on the backside, he continued to keep up what little he could as an attack.
And for his efforts, he got a jab in the puss.
As well as another lesson in experience. As both boxers are being dried off and they have their gloves and their headgear removed, they come to the center of the ring. Let's go to Castle for the official call. As we await Lara to come from his corner. Castle, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner. Representing the Marine Corps, Jamel Herring.
Jamel Herring gets the gold. After winning the silver last year, he's got to feel good about his accomplishments.
Well, Jamel,
let's see what he has to say.
There you have it. How you feeling after that great win, Jamel?
I feel great. First of all, I want to thank God, and I want to thank my daughter who's above in heaven watching over me and my 2 kids.
Jamel, you were playing the Matador in there. He just kept coming forward, and you had to keep him off with that great jab and some good footwork. Did you expect anything worse from that?
I expect him to come hard, so I had coaches told me to keep moving, footwork, use speed, just keep it going. Don't stop him because they're going to try to overpower me, so I just kept moving and moving.
And how does it feel to be going to those U.S. Olympic trials to represent your team in 2012 in London?
Oh, it's a blessing, but, you know, the job's not done. I got plenty more boxing to do, plenty more work, so I'm going to keep it going from here.
Well, that's right. You got anything to say to your kids back at home, Jamel and Stephen?
I just want to thank everybody from Long Island who supported me and the KSU program back in North Carolina. Thank you all.
Representing Strong Island, Mr. Jamel Herring. Let's hear it.
Thanks, Castle, and there's a good shot at our champion, Jamel Herring. And Bert, he fought a good bout, but the thing that impressed me was that he fought a smart bout.
Always. And there's an old saying, you know, feet brought me in, let feet bring me out, and they did. They brought him in and out of the areas where, if there was any chance for Lara, he could have done damage before you can say the word damage.
He just
Jamel was gone.
He could not get inside of him.
He was gone.
He was gone, and that became the telltale of this particular championship bout.
And he would leave a jab behind as a reminder that he'd been there.
Calling card.
It was a calling. You read me. Somebody has to read me.
Well, there's more to come. Up next, a closer look at my esteemed colleague's history in covering the sport of boxing. Plus,